Martin, and I'm back with another C++ tutorial. I changed back to my older recording software because the one I've been using for the past couple videos was given pretty shitty video quality and I think voice quality for the amount I paid for it. So I'm going back to this free software that I'm using. Once again, free software rules. Alright, so what we're going to talk about is if else. As you can see, I already had this set up and ready to go. So let's talk about if else. I talked about it with the Python tutorials. If you haven't seen it, then I'm going to explain it right now. Alright, so if else statements are a way of testing a variable in a sense. For instance, if we look at this in a real life example, if we steal, we go to jail. If we don't steal, we don't go to jail or stay free. Now let's look at if else statements involving a variable. So we have a variable money. Money equals $100. So we have $100. If I buy a shirt for $50, then the product is I will have $50 left over. If I don't buy the shirt, I still have $100. But usually this if statement will be an else, which is kind of like saying another if, but else is usually kind of like the final. You'll see as we get into it. So let's have a variable x and let's set it equal to 100 as in that example. 1 second. Alright, that doesn't pertain to me. F equals $100. And line. Else alright, so let's just run this to make sure that it works, and it should. Alright, so I still have $100. So in this parameters, we call these parameters right here, these are parameters. So in these parameters is where we test our variables. So we have x equals to 100. Now there's different tests that we can do, and I'm gonna list them up here. So we have the equals to. This is the less than or greater than. Less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. There's also, it's either like that or I think it's like that. If not, it's the other way around. It's been a while since I messed with that. This is does not equal. So another way we could do this is we could say else if x does not equal to 100. But for the simplicity of this for right now, we're just going to use this else, which means if this condition right here doesn't apply, this is the default, this is the fallback. So if x equals anything but 100, then it falls back on I spent some. So these are the basic tests we can do up here. We can also do if something is true or false. An example that would be like if x equals true or if x equals false, but that applies mostly to booleans. Which I don't think I've talked about, but I'll get into those a little bit later on. So now let's change this number x. Let's change it to 50 as in our example. So we bought a shirt. And that's not supposed to happen. I think I know why. Alright. Sometimes it's easy to forget this, but for some things you need to put double equal signs. As in this example, as you can see, I left out that equal sign and it said I still had $100, but I added it and it told me that I spent some. So, it just happens sometimes. Alright, so back to $100. So we'll go along with kind of like the little story we got going on. So we got integer spent money equals 0. Or yep. And we'll do spent money. Hold on, let me think about this for a second. Okay. That would be an improper way of naming a variable anyways. So we'll just do item 1. Alright. So let's give item 1 a value at 20. And we're going to change this x to money for money that I have. Alright, so item 1. Money is going to equal money minus item 1. We're going to print out money. Move some things around. Alright, so very simple. What we did is we had the variable money and we have $100. Then we take item 1 and we subtract it. So money equals money minus 1. So this would be the variable money equals 100 minus 20, and then that's going to be the new value that gets stored in money. So basically look at it this way. So it's 100 minus 20 equals 80. And as you can see, I have spent 80. Something else I did not talk about is, as you can see right here, I did the I have, left the space into the quotation marks, did these little signs, have my variable, do those signs again. That is a way of printing a variable out in a statement. And then we ended the line. So we have $80 left over. Let's do another simple test. If money is less than 50, or money is less than 10, I'm almost broke. If money is greater than 100, I made some money. Else is time to spend money. Everybody likes spending money. I like spending money. Alright, so now we went through and we did this line of code again, and then it came through and said, alright, if money is less than 10, I'm almost broke. We have 80, so we have more than 10, so it's not going to print out I'm almost broke. If money is greater than 100, I made some money. We didn't make any money. Else, it's time to spend money. Alright, so let's run through another little scenario. So I have item to equal, hold on, need to declare the variable type, to $30. Money equals money plus item 2. Now let's run this again. And we made some money. Now we just need to print out exactly how much money we made. Alright, so we have $110. So as you can see, kind of working with if else statements is pretty easy. We're just simply testing a variable. We have the greater than, less than sign, equal to, does not equal to. So I hope this kind of explains everything. This is really all you need to know for if else statements. I mean, it'll get a little bit more complex as we move on. But for right now, for the first little bit, I mean, it's just simple, easy day. Alright, so